Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about another cool piece of gear. We have an unboxing video right here. We're going to talk about the Flock Audio digital Patchbay system. We're going to talk about the Flock Audio XT specifically. I want to give you a little bit of a story and a little bit of a backstory of how we got involved with Flock Audio and what we're going to be doing coming up over the next several weeks, several videos, and how you can get involved to learn about the Flock Audio patch system. XT Patchbay, digital Patchbay system. So make sure you like, share, subscribe. Now, I want to say this is not really a sponsored video, but it kind of is a sponsored video. Let me explain that to you, what I mean. So what I mean by this is Flock Audio did send me the Patch XT here along with the cool cable hanger for me to demo, for me to try out for, 30, 60, 90 days or so to see how well it can integrate into my system. They're not paying me for any of the videos that we're doing here today. They're not giving this to me for free. As far as we know right now, this is a demo unit that's got to go back. However, if I do decide to keep it, if it integrates well into my studio, I think I could buy it from Flock Audio directly, and I'll probably get a cool discount on it for helping them out and doing some promos, but that's okay, that's cool. So it is sponsored in that, but it's not a free piece of gear, and I'm not being paid for the videos. And as you guys know, I just like to be transparent and tell you exactly how the deal works here so you know what's going on here. So let me tell you a little bit about how we got involved with this, a little bit of the backstory. I'll timestamp everything below for people who don't want to listen to me ramble, but this is exciting. A lot of you guys dig this kind of stuff, and I want to tell you the whole thing. So how did we get involved with Flock Audio? And then we're going to unbox this thing and take a look at it. So about 4 or 5 weeks ago, towards the end of December 2024, right before the holidays, I was meeting with my good buddy over at AudioScape, Chris Yetter. You know Chris from AudioScape. We got tons of AudioScape gear here. We've done a ton of AudioScape demos and work on the channel in the last couple of years. We love AudioScape. We were talking about what we were going to be doing together in 2025. One of the ideas that I had for Chris, and he thought it was an awesome idea, as I said, I wanted to be able to show in some videos and in some live streams where we pull up a session on the console and we're only working with the AudioScape hardware that I have, along with the console, no other hardware. But more importantly, I wanted to feature the AudioScape gear, but I wanted to be able to pull up a session, have a track, and be able to quickly A/B between two pieces of gear. Like let's say this the 76A and the Opto compressor on a single track, like an acoustic guitar. I wanted to be able to, let's patch in the 76A, let's check it out, let's listen, and I'll go over to the Patchbay, quickly switch it, and we can listen to the next compressor. And that's what I wanted to kind of do, so you guys could hear how and where I use AudioScape gear and how each piece of gear sounds on different elements of a mix. Chris thought that was a great idea. He said, oh man, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. He said, but if you want to do that kind of a switch back and forth and A/B comparison between pieces of hardware, he goes, what you really ought to do is you really ought to take a look at Flock Audio. Do you know Flock Audio? And of course I know Flock Audio. I've seen them on YouTube for years. You guys have asked me about Flock Audio tons of times during our live streams over the years about Flock Audio, and I have all these Patchbays and all this hardware, and what about Flock Audio? What about Flock Audio? And at that time I said, yeah, Flock Audio would be really cool, but honestly, to cover all the ins and outs that I would need in this system, it was going to be an enormous amount of money, which I really didn't have the budget for at the time, and still don't, to be totally honest with you. And that's why I never really took a hard look at it. Chris says, well, I know Darren, the owner over at Flock Audio. He's a cool guy. Let me introduce you to him, and maybe you can work out some kind of a collaboration where he can let you borrow a unit to do these AudioScape videos. That's how this all started. He sent an introductory email. Within a couple of days, Darren got back to me. We hooked up on a Zoom call. Darren is a really cool guy, much like Chris. He's a CEO of Flock Audio. He invented the system, and he is just a cool guy, really passionate about what he does. We were talking about the idea with the AudioScape videos, and I said, yeah, Darren, I've been looking at your Flock Audio products for years. A lot of you on my channel have asked me about it, but to be quite honest, I've never seen anybody on YouTube integrate a Flock Audio system with a large format console with this much I/O. Most of the videos that I've seen are with guys with the smaller Flock Audio systems, with just maybe a handful, a piece of hardware, which is totally cool, but how well will it really integrate into this system? And can it replace my Switchcraft Patchbays? Darren told me that they sell lots of these XTs to bigger studios, and those guys don't make YouTube videos, but people in the industry do use this system in large studios with consoles, and he said this would absolutely work in your system if you'd like to try it. So I said, would you be willing to send me a unit to demo so we can try to make a bunch of YouTube content? And that's how this all started, and Darren was totally down for it. And I said, now Darren, I'm going to tell you, we're going to show everything. We're going to do an unboxing. We're going to do a bunch of videos. I'm going to ask you guys in the audience, what do you want to know about Flock Audio? What questions do you have? What do you want to see? And we're going to show everything, all the behind the scenes. We're going to show the good, the bad, and the ugly. If there's any bad and ugly, I don't think there will be, but if there is, and we're going to be honest with the audience. I want to know if this system will really integrate into my studio, and if it does, and if I can buy it at a maybe an artist price or a reasonable price, if Darren can help me out, that would be great. I would love to do it. And he was like, hey man, go ahead, knock yourself out. I don't want you to hide anything. I'm confident in the system. I know you're going to love it. Once you have this system, you're not going to want to give it back. It's a great solution for a studio like yours. And he's totally down with putting it to the test, and I give him a lot of credit for doing that. Thank you so much, Darren, for sending me the Flock. This is going to be really cool. Hey there, friend. I hope you're loving the video. Guess what? We're now in 2025, and I have some super exciting news to share with you. I'm officially accepting new clients for mixing, and I'm on the lookout for talented artists just like you. Head on over to mixingmusicanalog.com. The link will be in the description box below to check out some of my latest work. Once you've had a look around, shoot me an email and let's schedule a Zoom call to chat about your music and how we could take it to the next level. Now let's get back to the video. So what I need from you guys before we unbox these two things. Number one, let me know in the comments, what do you want to see me and our good buddy David S.J., who's going to come up from New York in a couple of weeks and help me install this thing. What do you want me to see? What do you want us to show you? What questions do you have? What configurations do you want to see? What do you want to know about the Flock Audio? Job number two for you is Darren is going to be watching this video as well as all the other videos in the future around the Flock Audio system. He's going to come on a live stream if you guys want him to, so you can talk to him directly and ask him questions. But for now, if you have any questions for Darren about his system, anything at all, leave it in the comments. I'm sure he's going to read and he's going to respond, okay? We're going to get interactive with Darren and with Flock Audio, and I want to answer all your questions to see whether a system like this would work in your studio, even if it's not the big system, but maybe one of their smaller systems. So that's your job. So let's get to unboxing. So number one, we have a box here. This is called the cable hanger. This is a really cool idea, actually. It's a cable management system that will actually strap to the actual unit itself. So all the DB25 connectors that are coming off the back, you have strain relief and you're not pulling on the connectors. This is great. So let's take a look at what we have here. Got our old unboxing knife here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to unbox this thing here. We're going to take a look and see what we got. And let's take a look at this. So again, this is real important. If you guys want to know Flock Audio, this is going to be the most comprehensive video series on YouTube to date around this whole system. So whatever you want to know, let me know in the comments below. All right, so what do we have here? We have an index card that shows you how to hook up the system with the clip or the cable hanger. It looks like it just straps to the back, pretty straightforward. And then we got a couple of, what do we have here? Here's the rack ears with some Flock Audio branding on it. Nice, not plastic, made of steel, what you would expect. We got two of those, and we got a couple of the side rails here. Again, nothing monumental here. We will, you'll send a bunch of screws to hook all of it up. That's it. That's all we need. So you'll see that installed when David comes up and we're working on this thing together in a couple of videos down the road. So that is the cable hanger. Now for the main event. We got the Flock Audio XT, which this is 96 in, 96 out, 192 points if my math is right. So let's open up this bad boy. Let's see what's involved, and then I'll get some iPhone video and we'll do all of that because you guys like to do all of that stuff. Let me just make sure we're still doing everything. Are we still recording here? Come on now. We're still recording. Yes, we are. We are still recording. This is great. Okay, because you never know. You never know. All right, so let's get this thing unboxed here. Comes in a really nice heavy-duty box, you know, really thick, couple of handles on the side. This is the way it was shipped directly from their factory out of Texas. And it came in good shape via UPS, I think. Good job, UPS. So let's get all that done here. This is going to be really cool. This is going to be an awesome series. I really hope this thing works the way I'm hoping. All right, so we open this up. What do we got here? Okay, let me just show you what we got. Okay, inside we have a nice cozy for our drink. That's really cool. You gotta love the cozy, the Flock Audio cozy. Ah, we got a baseball hat. Look at that. Should I wear it? Oh, I just did my hair this morning. Okay, we'll put the Flock Audio hat on. We'll put it on. We have a USB cable and a power cable here. Okay, cool. We have a couple of information cards here about a quick start guide, your hardware setup, templates. What else we got? Some important notice around the Ethernet cable. We'll talk about all of this during the setup. So we got a couple of information cards, and then we got the system. So the way this system is, you probably can't see it very well, but let me just tell you, have you seen any of the audio-scape videos? We got two real honking pieces of foam and the unit inside of here, so it's very well protected. Much like you see the audio-scape, the way we've unboxed those and you see all the foam, that's what we have here. So let me get this out of the box. Let's get this thing out. Let's get the box out of here. Oh my goodness, okay. So there we go, two pieces of foam on this thing, and we'll put it on camera. I'll get the iPhone out and do some iPhone up close so you can see it and see what this block patch, the Patch XT, that's what this thing is called, Patch XT. Let's get rid of that. Let me turn this thing around here. I will tell you, the thing is heavy. It's a big unit. It's, what's this, 4 spaces? Probably, it's 4 spaces, I think. So there we go, there's the XT. My goodness, it's heavy. So what do we have on the front? We have, let me put this down carefully. We have power button, Patch XT, and what I really like, and I'll show you this on the iPhone here, what I really like is the fact that we have some XLR quarter-inch combo jacks, a pair in and out, which is really cool for when you want to bring in a piece of gear from another studio, or you have a musician comes in with a piece of gear, or for someone like me who demos lots of gear here, we can patch right in here. And we have ourselves, you know, easy access. We don't need to go around the back. That's cool. So here's the front of the unit. Again, Patch XT, nothing remarkable here. And then on the back of the unit, we have a bunch of DB25 connectors, a USB connector, and an Ethernet cable. And again, this is 96 in, 96 out, 192 patch points. Again, we'll try to show big honking power switch, and that's it. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, so there we go. So that's what we got there for the Flock, for the XT. Let me turn this around so you guys can see it. I can probably raise this up a little bit. Sure, I can, and get it in frame here so we can see the Patch XT. So now, one question people are going to ask me, they're like, oh man, are you just going to pull out your patch bays? And I said, no, we're not going to pull them out right away. What we're going to do is Dave and I are going to put this behind the racks on a table. You'll see that in you know, the next set of videos. And we're just going to unplug from the switchcrafts and plug right into this thing. That's all we're going to do. We're going to leave those things intact. And here's the reason. And again, I talked about this with Darren. He was really cool about it. He's totally understanding. I said, look, man, this is an awfully expensive unit to only be able to try for like 30 days to see whether it's going to work or not. Because you have a software application that talks to this thing, I want to see, is it going to be robust? Is it going to connect every single time? Does the software crash? Does it have stability issues? All of that stuff. I have to know that this thing is going to work each and every day, consistently, with no fuss and no muss. That's the only way a system like this is going to work in a studio like this. Because of the complexity of what's going on in this box with that software app, if it's not rock solid stable, I have to know that right away. So I don't want to take away my Switchcraft patch bays until I'm confident that I've run this thing for a couple of months to know that this thing is really going to work. And I'm going to report back to you guys, as I said, and Darren's totally down with that, totally cool with it. He's confident, and so am I. So we're going to unplug, we're going to replug, and those are going to stay there. If for some reason this system doesn't work out, I unplug from the flock, I plug right back into my Switchcraft Patchbays, and I'm back up and running. But we're hoping that we're not gonna do that. And if there comes a day, I'm confident that there comes a day where the Switchcraft Patchbays are gonna go. We'll do a video, you'll see me take them out, we'll put them up for sale on Reverb, and we will integrate the flock system. Now, what I like about this kind of a system as well, I think this is a 3-space, or it looks like a 3-space. Yeah, it's a 3-space, not a 4-space. You don't have to have this in my, those 4 patch bays take up a lot of real estate on the front of the rack in order to patch the cables. This can sit anywhere. This can go behind the rack. This can go into another room. As long as your DB25, your D-sub cables can reach it, you're totally cool. So this will also free up another 4 spaces on the front of the rack for more gear at one point, right? So that's a really cool thing. So just the fact that I don't need to have this right in front of me once it's all permanently installed, and you don't have all the little cables that you have to worry about either. It's cable free once you hook everything up. So that's what we're going to do here with the Flock Audio Patch XT system. Again, let me know in the comments below what you want to see as part of the video content so I could try to answer your questions. And again, if you want to ask technical questions about how the thing's built and all this, the stuff that's inside of this thing, hit that up in the comments too, because I'm hoping Darren, he will read the comments and he'll try to respond. And if we get enough questions to Darren from you guys, we are going to bring them on a live stream. And we're gonna let you guys, we'll schedule it out so you know when it's gonna be, so you could talk to him live and you can ask him everything you want about this product. Because if this product works as well as it's advertised and as I think it's gonna work, this can be a huge advantage for any studio at any level, especially for a guy like me. I mean, think about this quickly, then we'll end this video, because you're like, yeah, you're yapping along. Look. One of the bad things about having all this gear in a manual patch bay is, let's say you have, a bass guitar on a channel and you want to audition a couple of different compressors. You want to hear them, you want to A/B them and see what works. The way you have to do it now is you patch in a compressor, you go over to the patch bay, you patch it in. You come back here, you listen, you can take it in and out, you can shut it on and off here with the insert point. And then you want to say, well, now I want to try a second compressor. Now I got to go over to out of the sweet spot, I got to repatch it, I got to come back and listen. And by the time you've made that reconnection of the second piece of gear, you've lost perspective of what the first piece of gear sounded like. With a system like the Patch XT, which is the biggest selling point for me, is I never have to leave the sweet spot. We use the integrated software, which we're going to show you in another video, where you build your hardware chains, and I can set up a chain with one compressor right next to it, another compressor, and you can just go back and forth, A/B, A/B, A/B in real time. That is wonderful. The other thing that I really like along those lines, especially with this console, the SSL Origin, this does not have an insert bypass switch on the 8 group channels, only on the individual faders. So if I have, bus 1, if I have my drum bus here, and again, I want to audition 2 different bus compressors or 2 different bus EQs or whatever, have to do it, patch it, go over, listen, unpatch it, come back, forgot what the first one sounded like. This way, I can set them up in the software, and even though we don't have a bypass switch or a take it in, take it out switch here at the console, you can do it right in the software. Shut it on, shut it off, shut it on, shut it off. At least that's how I understand it. That's how I understand it in talking to Darren. And Darren, if I'm misspeaking here in any way, because again, I'm talking off the cuff here, correct me in the comments, but that's another huge benefit. So for someone like me who wants to be able to experiment more with gear and get more into what gear works on what elements the best, this is a great system, because having to go back and forth, patching and unpatching, what ends up happening over time, I found, is that you kind of get a little lazy. You find your go-tos and you just go and you go, I'm not going to bother experimenting with another piece. I'm in the middle of a project. I don't want to go back and forth and unpatch and repatch. It takes too much time. But to be able to do it digitally is, it's a brilliant idea. How well was the idea executed? That's what we're going to find out. So, like, share, subscribe. It's the only way you're going to know when these new videos are coming. Get active in the comments. Start letting me know what you want about this thing, and we're going to show it. Me and Cousin Dave up from New York in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to start with the first video on this thing, and we're going to see how it works. So thank you so much to Chris over at audio-scape for introducing me to Flock Audio. Thank you so much, Darren, for sending this demo unit and letting us try it for as long as we need to know that it works, and for letting us make this video for you guys and all these videos for you guys. I really appreciate it. I will link Flock Audio in the description box below. You can go out and check his stuff on his website. It's not an affiliate link. I don't get anything whether you buy stuff from him. It doesn't matter to me, but if you buy something from him to support what he's doing over there, let me know if you have a Flock Audio, by the way. If any of you guys have a Flock Audio system or are considering buy one, let us know in the comments below. I'd love to know what your experiences are. What are the good things? What things do I need to look out for? Your help is going to be crucial to these series of videos. So until the next Flock Audio video, I've been Dave with Mixing Music Analog and mixingmusicanalog.com. Thank you so much for watching me, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.